Good morning, everyone. It's time for some soup again. And since it's a slow cooker recipe, you gotta start early. So I'm up. I'm gonna go. I'm making one of my favorites, my slow cooker Cuban Black Bean Soup. That's just what it's called. I don't know if it's actually remotely close to what it would actually be if it was actually that. But it's pretty easy ingredients. I got a thing of chicken broth, I got my seasonings. I don't have fresh lime, but I do have lime juice. Good enough for me. I got my ham hock, my onion, my 3 things of black beans that I have to rinse out, and my fire roasted tomatoes. It's the only thing I use those in. I don't know. Maybe they'll grow on me at some point, but right now I still like plain diced tomatoes. But I'm going to get my crock pot insert and get everything put in. I'll be right back. Right. I got everything opened, rinsed, chopped up, and I'm going to start piling it all in here. Start with the onion. I diced it up. And then my 3 cans of beans I rinsed and drained. Drained and rinsed, whatever. And then my can of fire roasted diced tomatoes. You're supposed to leave the juice in. Well, that came out really smooth. Nice. And I have my chicken broth. I'm gonna mix these all up and then get my seasoning, and I'll put my shank in at the end. It's really nice. I've had this shank for like a year. I threw it in my freezer, and I never made the soup last year apparently, because I found it sitting in my freezer when I was clearing it out for something else. Ugh. That's just how I live, apparently. I don't know. I don't pretend to understand some things anymore about me. I need 2 teaspoons of cumin. Oh, it's a brand new container. I didn't even realize. Great. I'm on top of things. I love cumin. 1 teaspoon. Or 2 teaspoons, whatever. I like cumin. Then a teaspoon of garlic powder. I bet you could use fresh garlic or whatever, but I'm just gonna do it as I'm supposed to do it. And then you're supposed to use 1/4 teaspoon of salt and 1/4 teaspoon of crushed. This has a 1/2 teaspoon mark, so I'm just gonna fill it up like halfway. Although I like salt, so it don't matter all that much. The crushed red pepper. I'm a baby. I'm just gonna put it's a little over. It's a little over, it's fine. It might kill me, it might not, you never know. And since I'm always on top of things, I found a spoon. I just don't like when the seasonings sit on top. I don't understand. I know it doesn't really affect it because it's gonna cook down, but why don't you just take 2 seconds and stir it? So we have chicken broth, beans, roasted tomatoes, onion, cumin, garlic powder, salt, crushed red pepper flakes. The lime juice goes in at the very end. That's as far as that's gonna go down. And I'm gonna go stick it in my crock pot for 6 to 8 hours until it's nice and tender. Alright, got it in my crock pot, set the low. I'm gonna stick the lid on it. Lock it, because my kid likes to throw away food she doesn't like. That's just how she rolls. I'll see y'all in about 6-7 hours probably. It's time to finish up our soup. I got it unlocked. Oh, I do believe that's pretty tender. I can see it already moving. Oh yeah, I gotta get it out. And then I'll get all the skin and the fat off of it in a minute. And then you're supposed to, the beans that are in there, you're supposed to mash them up a little bit just to make the soup a little bit thicker. Smells really good. I'm not very good at mashing. I really don't This picture always looks really super mashed, but I like the beans when they're still mainly whole, so I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on it. But I'm going to do that and get the meat off the bone real quick. Hey, I got my meat. I got quite a bit. You're supposed to put a cup in, but yeah, it's just a little over a cup. And I'd always put all of it in anyways, because why not? And I also had some beans that were stuck to the bottom of it. It's looking. The last thing to add in is a tablespoon of lime juice. I need to shake up. It says fresh lime juice, but I don't have fresh lime. All I have is my little thing of lime juice, so that's what I'm gonna do. Got my tablespoon. I won't make it too sour to eat. 1 tibble of lime juice. Stir it up. I'm gonna let it sit just to make sure the lime juice gets all into every little crevice. And then it is time to eat. I might make a quick toasted cheese sandwich. Cheese with air quotes because I can't have cheese, but it's still the same thing. And since I'm going to dip it in soup, you can't really tell much of a difference. I will be back in a minute once I'm ready to eat. Alright, here is my finished dinner. I got my black bean soup. Nice toasted cheese. It still melts and stringy, but not quite as good, but it'll work. My kid going off in the background. I'm going to finish eating and then make her plain salted pork chop. Just going to find something to watch real quick and get going. Hope you like this video. If you do, like and subscribe. If not, I will catch you next time. Later.